Hello! This is the RPG Crawler, and welcome once again to Planescape Torment Enhanced Edition. We are still in the Mortuary, and we are probably going to be in the Mortuary for a considerable time now, unfortunately. Because there's just so much backstory and such to pick up. So I've looked at all the corpses here. Done what I could. Into the next room. We gotta explore this place one bit at a time. So this is, I guess... if I remember right, there's not all that much you can do in here, but it's very important what you can do. This huge corpse is standing silently in a corner of the room, facing the wall. He looks to have been a heavy-set man in his early years, and judging by the condition of the body, he died only recently. The freshly stitched number on his forehead reads 1664. The corpse looks like it is serving as a librarian, for it is carrying a huge stack of books in its arms. Examine the books. The books appear to be old mortuary ledgers, none of them of any particular interest. As you search through the text, however, you notice a loose page folded between two of the books. You are suddenly struck with a feeling that someone tucked it in there to hide it. Take the page. The page doesn't look like it belongs to the ledgers. It looks like it belongs in a logbook. The tear is clean, as if with a knife, so you suspect the page was removed on purpose. You take a moment to read through the page. It's a list of dead bodies brought into the mortuary and logged in the receiving room. All the entries appear to be recent arrivals. Examine the zombie again. Examine the books again. The books appear to be old mortuary ledgers. Nothing more. Okay. Let's go ahead and read the page. This ragged page looks like it was cut neatly out of a book. It is written in a tight, crabbed script. Fifth night, drunk, chest wound, cause of death, mauling Abishai, collector, pox, 3 commons, paid, no possessions. Fifth night, desiccated corpse, cause of death, indeterminable, age of shell prevents identification. Collector, Farad, 3 commons paid, no possessions, stripped, knife marks evident from dissection. Fifth night, scarred shell, cause of death, indeterminable, scars do not appear to be cause of death, shock, trauma. Collector, Farad, 3 commons paid, possessions lodged, fist irons, 13 commons, middle table, receiving room. Desiccated, that's probably me. Desiccated corpse number 2, cause of death, indeterminable. Age of shell prevents identification. Collector Farad, 3 commons paid. Possessions logged. Knife marks evident from dissection, but the dissection was not thorough enough. Copper earring found and lodged in abdomen. Earring has been locked in southeast preparation room. Have an initiate from the third circle examine it. It has strange markings like those on contracted worker number 79. Well, that's interesting. Skeleton, cause of death, indeterminable, age of shell prevents identification. Collector Farad, 3 commons paid, no possessions. Strip knife marks evident from dissection. As for the previous entries, the shells Farad has brought also show signs of having been prepared. I have asked that Initiate Emmerich launch an investigation into the matter. Furthermore, entry 16542 was one of Farad's gang. I have seen the individual before. I would ask Emmerich to pay heed to how the man died. 16542. Oh, these all go up. Oh, this is the next one. Tiefling, male. Cause of death. Slash marks, discoloration of wounds are consistent with grave rot, ghoul claws. Collector, Farad, 3 commons paid, no possessions, strip, knife marks evident from dissection. Okay. That's interesting. Hold on, I gotta select everybody. I forgot to select Morty. He's way over there. There we go. There's L. Bank. Got nothing there. Got nothing there. Nothing there. Oh, wait. Yeah, there was absolutely something there. There was bandages. Nothing there. Nothing there. Alright, we've got L. Bank and a couple of zombie workers. Oh, we've got something over here. Nope. Nope. And I checked this one already, right? Alright. You see a slight young woman with pale features. The sunken flesh around her cheeks and neck make her appear as if she is starving. She seems intent on dissecting the corpse in front of her, prodding the flesh with the chest with a finger. Greetings? The woman does not respond. She seems too intent on the body in front of her. As you watch her work, You suddenly notice her hands, her fingers, or talons. They are darting in and out of the corpse's chest cavity like knives, removing organs. I said greetings. The woman makes no response. I think the dusty chit might be a bit short of hearing, Chief. Let's lay off, shall we? What's wrong with her hands?
Updated my journal.
She's a tiefling, Chief. They got fiend blood all in their veins, usually because some ancestor there shared knickers with one demon or another. Makes some of them addled in the head and addled looking, too. Tap the woman to get her attention. The woman jumps and whips around to face you. Her eyes are rotting yellow, with small orange dots for pupils. As she sees you, her expression changes from surprise to irritation as she frowns at you. Greetings. She doesn't seem to have heard you. She leans forward, squinting as if she can't quite make you out. Whatever is wrong with her eyes must make her terribly nearsighted. You, she clacks her taloned fingers together, then makes a strange motion with her hands. Find thread and embalming juice. Bring here to Elvenk. Or Elvine? Is that a C or an E? Elvine. Okay. Go, go, go. I had some questions first.
Journal.
She turns away. She makes no sign that she heard you. I think the dusty chip might be a bit short of hearing, Chief. Let's lay off, shall we? Okay, I'll leave you. So I've got to bring needles and thread to her. The eyes of this corpse are close together, and the eyeballs themselves slightly askew. One faces to the left and the other to the right. You can barely make out the number 257 traced into its bruised forehead. It looks like the corpse has taken several blows to the head, making the number difficult to read. Okay. This heavily stitched corpse is shuffling lazily back and forth between the slabs. The number 506 has been stitched into its forehead and the side of its neck, and its right arm. In fact, the skin of the peeling corpse has been sewn up with so many stitches its skin looks like a bizarre street map. Examine the stitches. The stitches encircle the corpse, running from its arms across its chest up to its neck, and into the damp mass of white hair. As you follow the crossroads of stitches, you notice someone has jammed a needle into the corpse's forehead. The needle is attached to a thread sticking out the side of the skull. You could probably unravel it if you had something to cut the thread. Cut it with a scalpel, and then pull out the needle and thread. So I got an item. You slice the thread neatly with a scalpel, then pluck out the needle and pull the stitches out. As you do, the skin covering the forehead peels back to reveal the corpse's chalk-white skull, where, to your surprise, the number 78 has been chiseled. Examine the corpse again. The heavily stitched corpse is shuffling lazily back and forth, all the number 506 and the 78. Well, it looks like he's got two he's been reprocessed. Okay. That is all of these. I've already talked to this one, right? No, I haven't. This corpse, 985, has stopped dead in its tracks. Judging from the condition of its left leg, it looks like some sort of tomb rot or corpse mold has eaten through its knee. The corpse is wobbling unsteadily back and forth, trying to keep its balance. Try to help the corpse balance. You reach out the corpse's left arm to try and help steady it. As you grab its arm, however, the corpse suddenly sways to the right. You end up tugging the corpse rather than steadying it. Chief, you might not... There's a crack from the corpse's left knee, and the body falls like a dead tree. His torso strikes the flagstones and shatters like a rotten melon, filth and ichor gurgling from the cavity. To your surprise, no one seems to have noticed the corpse's collapse. And even stranger, the left leg remains standing where the body was, as if at attention. After a moment, the left leg falls over with a wet thump. Ghastly. As you gaze upon the putrefied remains of the corpse, you notice that its left arm seems intact. It has snapped from the torso during the fall and doesn't appear to have been touched by the tomb rot that has spread through the rest of the body. Okay. Wonder if I could make use of that arm. Left arm, that is not great. It is a club, 1 to 6 crushing. Yeah, we'll put this up here in the quick weapon slot. Alright, that'll be enough of... Wait, can we go to the center of this? No, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm trying to use the WASD keys to move around, and you don't do that in this one. There's just a central well. Okay. Coming in here. Got a zombie worker. Got anything I need to loot over here? Just the one zombie. The shambling corpse gazes at you with vacant eyes. The number 821 is carved into his forehead, and his lips have been stitched closed. The faint smell of formaldehyde emanates from the dead. Leave the corpse in peace. Here we go. More stuff. Nothing. Embalming fluid. Yes. There's my quest. I'm going to get another one. This This container is locked. Okay. Got nothing. So what's over here? This door is locked. You will need a key. And then there's the stairs up. So I'm going to go head back here and try to get that quest filled up. Running all the way back. Hello, Elvine. Ivine, my bad, Ivine. Okay, you see Ivine. She is still dissecting the corpse's chest with her talons. The rhythm of the talons reminds you of something, but you can't quite recall what. Watch her study the motions of her hands.
Updated my journal.
As you study the motion of Ivine's hands, you feel a prickling along your scalp, and then suddenly your vision swimming and blurring until you are standing in front of a freshly slain corpse, rigor mortis, making the mockery of its smile. The number 42 has been stitched into its scalp. The zombie is lying on a slab, and you have just finished stitching up its chest. You have placed something inside, something that may prove useful if you come this way again. Keep things safe and wait until my return. The memory of the voice is an echo, strange and hollow to your ears. You cross your arms in front of your chest, and to your surprise, the corpse does too. After a moment, its hands fall back to its sides, and so does the vision. As it does, the vision fades. To watching Ivine's hands make their stitching motions once more. So I gotta find corpse number 42. I may have already seen it. We'll take a look. Tap her to get her attention. She turns and sees you, then frowns. Dumb zombies. She clacks her taloned fingers again impatiently, then makes a stitching motion with her fingers. Find thread and embalming fluid. Bring here to Ivine. Go, go, go. Give her the thread and embalming fluid.
Updated my journal.
Without missing a beat, Ivine snaps the thread from her hands and hooks it around one of her talons, then begins sewing up the corpse's chest. She takes the embalming fluid and begins to apply a layer to the corpse. Within minutes, she is finished. She clicks her talons, then turns to face you. To your surprise, she extends her hand and drags her talons along your arms and along your arms and chest. Keep playing zombie. Looks like you have a new friend, Chief. You two need some time together, or keep playing zombie. As she traces your arms and chest, you suddenly notice she seems to be examining your scars. She withdraws her talons, clicks them twice, then bends forward and examines some of the tattoos on your chest. Humph, who writes on you? Hybrids do that? No respect for zombies. Zombies, not paintings. She sniffs and pokes one of your scars. This one bad shape. Many scars. No preserves. The talons suddenly hook into the thread you brought her, and lightning-like she jabs another talon into the skin near one of your scars. It barely feels more than a pinprick, but it looks like she's about to start stitching you up. I'll let her work.
Updated my journal.
The sensation... Oh, max hit point +1. Nice. The sensation is curiously painless as Ivine begins to stitch up your scars. When she is done, she sniffs you, frowns, then stabs her fingers into the embalming fluid. Within minutes, she has dabbed your body with a fluid, and strangely enough, it makes you feel better. This may be the second time in my life I'm thankful I don't have a nose. Ivine puts the last touches on your body, gives you another sniff, nods, and makes a shooing motion with her talons. Done. Go on. Go, go. Alright. So I gotta find zombie number, what, 42? Alright, this is not it. Is that even on this floor? I think it's on another floor if I remember right. I'm gonna double check all the zombies real quick, see if I can't find if there is a zombie 42. I gotta go all the way around anyway, because I gotta explore that bottom area, right? That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. I don't think there's any in here, is there? That ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. Alright, so can I open... I don't think I can open this one. But I'm going to try just because I'm closer to it than not. It is locked. I got to go all the way around the other way. Well, for that matter, I don't think I checked the ones over here. So I got to start with those. Whee! Morty just flying across. Alright. What's this worker? Not who I need. Any zombies here? Nope. Alright, how about through here? It's locked. You will need a key. So I guess I gotta go upstairs now. I don't know if that's upstairs or downstairs. 3rd floor, so it's upstairs.
Done.
No, nothing in there. This is charcoal charm. Oh yeah, this game, instead of scrolls, I guess it does have scrolls, but it's got like little buffs in single-use format that are charms that grant you bonuses for a little while. This one gives resistance to fire. Not terrible, not terrible. Alright. Let's continue onward. I don't need to go down the stairs, I need to explore around here. What the hell is this? Oh, that's through a wall. Skeleton. 748 according to the number chiseled on his brow. It's odd that only some of his teeth appear to be false ones made of reddish-brown stone. They're clearly not valuable, however, as the caretakers would have otherwise removed them. I have to ask, why the smock? I mean, it's not like you have anything to be modest about. I examined the skeleton carefully. Someone has taken care to bind the bones of this skeleton with leather straps woven around the body in such a pattern that they resemble muscles and tendons. The straps are secured to metal bolts punched into the skeleton's joints. The skeleton looks like it's seen a great deal of service. Many of its bones are chipped and its numerous fractures are bound with sealant and foul-smelling glues. Try to pry out the skeleton's joint bolts. Whoa, Chief, that's vandalism. Those bolts are probably the only thing holding this bag of bones together. Necromancy only goes so far with those fellows, you know? So? Oh, it's not a problem. Morty does a strange bobbing motion that you think might be a shrug. Just wasn't sure if you knew that or not. By all means, go ahead. Try and pry out the skeleton's joint bolts. You pulled the iron bolts, but you're not strong enough to pull them out. They've been hammered in pretty tight. Yeah, you gotta have a high strength for that. Maybe if I had the right tool, I could get them out. Maybe back. Well, just leave it in peace. I wonder if this Greybeard would mind if I borrowed his body. Greybeard? Greybeard, you know, geezer, old fellow, yellow dog, old. I don't think he's in any position to object. Why not take his body? Morty studies the skeleton for a moment and shakes his head. Nah, I'd need a fresher one than this. And something with a little more dignity. This one's all creaky and fractured. You're not? Oh, you're a sack full of laughs. Morty glares at you. Besides, you're one to talk, Burke. Mirrors beg for mercy when you're around. Let's go. Actually, you know what? No. We're gonna go through that. If I remember right. Boom, and you're not. Oh yeah, at least I have all my parts. Because if I remember right, Morty gets insults. Oh yeah, at least I have all my parts. Morty snorts. You're not sure how he managed it without lungs. Let me tell you, Morty, there's nothing more satisfying than walking around, swinging your arms, breathing the crisp air through your lungs. It's great to have a body. I'll have you know that helping you escape this preparation room has now been added to my growing list of regrets. Morty snorts again. I should have let you rot. Some more, that is. Glad you feel that way. Let's go. Okay, well, so I guess that's neither here nor there. I was hoping to unlock some insults. Okay, there's a dustman. Not gonna get into him right now. Got a bunch of skeleton workers, zombie workers, another dustman. The dustman regards you with a stony gaze. Are you lost? No. If you're not lost, what is your business here? I'm here to see someone. We're here to see? I'm here to see Dahl. Dahl's most likely in the receiving room on the 2nd floor. He's quite busy and not in the best of health. Unless you have pressing business, you're not to disturb him. Very well, thank you for the information. Alright, well, that dustman's neither here nor there. Do I got junk? No, I don't need to pick up junk. Thank you very much. Zombie worker. Despite these corpses' dry, leathery skin, it's clear that this was once a beautiful woman of middle years. Whoever prepared the corpse seemed to take pity on her, sewing her bow lips shut with small, neat stitches and tattooing the number 832 upon her forehead in elegant script. Alright. Needle and thread, yes. Alright, well. There's a zombie worker there, but I think I would anger the dustman if I start busting apart these zombies. Let's go down here first. Got nothing in here. Crowbar! Yeah, iron pry bar. Start prying those pieces out. Dustman request. It's locked there. So let's take a look at the dustman's request. Contact the necromancer responsible for erasing contracted worker number 42. Oh, that's the one I'm looking for. I know he's examined the skeleton before, but I'm certain the initial erasing of the body was warped. The worker still responds to commands, but when it has completed a task, it resumes pacing in its same circular pattern as it did before. Dahl recently informed me that worker 42 exhibited that same walking pattern when it was a zombie decades ago. There may be a soul echo in the marrow, or the skeleton's age may have caused the magic animating him to decay. One of the initiates suggested that it may be following an order issued by a higher-ranking dustman in the past, but I found no records of such an order. Whatever the reason for its behavior, the matter is to be resolved or the worker replaced. And doesn't that echo with that other one that's walking that triangle upstairs? Maybe? This corpse's meaty head was clearly severed at some point and hastily sewn back on. Several different sets of stitching, all in various states of unraveling, seem to indicate that the head is constantly being knocked back off and reattached during the course of its work. A number 79 has been cut into its temple, circumscribed by a fanged circle that appears to have been branded on its forehead. Examine the fanged circle. The fanged circle looks like it was branded on the corpse's forehead long ago, presumably before it died. It might be a religious icon of some sort, or a rite of passage. You notice one of the recesses between the inner fangs has a small triangle within it. Does it have some special significance?
Updated my journal.
Okay, the corpse makes no reply. Leave the corpse in peace. This looks to be the corpse of a well-aged, even ancient woman. Aside from the embalming fluid stink, the stitches sealing her mouth and the number 679 stitched into her right cheek, it is likely she looks only slightly different now than what she did in her final years. The animated skeleton smells horrible, as if it had only been freshly stripped and prepared. His jaw and major joints are tightly bound with leather straps, and a rough smock has been thrown over it. The number 1221 has been chiseled on his forehead. Examine it carefully. Someone has taken the care to bind the bones of the skeleton with leather straps, etc. Let's try and pry the joint bolts. Using your pry bar, you rip the bolts from the skeleton's joint. The skeleton collapses, some of his bones still twitching. Sorry about that, bones. But what we got is a wooden club, as well as leather straps and an iron spike. What's this? Oh, there's a dustman. I'm taking that sanctum key, thank you. Yeah, let's get out of here before that dustman talks to me. Mortuary sanctum key. Does that just open everything now? Oh wait, we got an axe. Or a hammer? Yeah. I'll take it. There's a skeleton worker. This skeleton has either seen a great deal of combat or has fallen down one too many staircases. Both its arms and legs have been broken and rebuilt with the aid of leather straps and thin iron rods. The front of its skull bears the number 863, but the back of the skull is caved in, forming an empty cavity. You notice that someone has taken advantage of this and stuffed a rolled up piece of parchment inside the skull. Take the parchment out of the skull. You slip the parchment out of the worker's skull. Oddly enough, it looks like the skull's cavity is intended to store messages. A tiny string is attached to the parchment from a hook bolted inside the skull as if to keep the parchment from accidentally falling out. You unhook the string and glance over the parchment. It looks like a reminder from one of the mortuary custodians, judging from the note. The skeleton seems to be a walking messenger of sorts. As you take a second glance at the skeleton, you realize it's stopped in front of the slab because it can't figure out how to move past it. Examine it again. Looks like, yeah, okay. Examine it carefully. Someone is taking care to... Okay, I've already done it. Let's try and pry out the bolts. And that does give me more leather and spikes. So let's take a look at the hammer. Hammer is 1d6 crushing. I would almost rather use that than that. Very good. Let's take a look at the mortuary reminder message. This rolled up piece of parchment appears to have some sort of message the skeleton in the mortuary was supposed to deliver. This is the third and last request for the pry bar. It's been misplaced. Tell me, and I shall go to the hive market and purchase another. I have no objection to maintaining the contracted workers, but I've been trying to repair the skeletons, and the bolts are wedged in so tight I can't get them out. Also, some of the locks on the storage cabinets on the third floor have become stuck again due to the heat, and I need the pry bar to snap them off as well. If the pry bar is indeed lost, I will see about procuring the services of a locksmith and having the cabinet locks replaced. Your aid in this matter would be appreciated, and unreadable signatures have been scrawled beneath the message. And that is also how I open up various things that are locked. Junk. Let's take a look in here. Oh, Dustman Embalming Charms, Mortuary task list. And let's read that real quick. Someone has penned a series of tasks in red ink on this scrap of parchment. I would like the contracted workers to be inspected thrice daily at the end of each work shift when the new initiates come on duty. We have experienced too many contracted collapses while engaging in heavy labor as of late, and I feel the embalming enchantments initially used on the corpses may be decaying or have been warped somehow. If the contracted workers could be inspected every night, every 8 hours, and raised if they have collapsed, then this would prevent the backlog of shells in the preparation room and free up more contracted workers for other duties. I do not wish collapsed bodies to be disposed of. When possible, the original contracted shells are to be raised and made to resume their duties. I have included some embalming charms within the shells for these initiates on duty. They are to be used only when the shells cannot be repaired with stitching, bandaging, or applications of embalming fluids. Okay. Ooh, a clock charm. Nice. Alright, let's take the pry bar. No. Let's...
Forced it.
Alright. Succeeded in bashing it. Got the commons, bone charm, corpse fly charm. And I'm going to throw some of these charms in... Yeah, this one heals hit points and gives resistance to attacks. This one invokes Embalming Minor. I don't know what that does. It evokes the Swarm Corpse. A Swarm Curse. Oh, it's like an attack charm. Okay. Put the bandages up here. Embalming fluid does heal. Well, it heals Nameless One and Morte. Okay, we got more bandages. We got this skeleton working. This skeleton seems to be particularly old. The leather straps binding it together, circled and worn. The word repent has been carefully engraved into his forehead with some amount of skill. A rougher hand later chiseled 996 onto his temples. Examine it carefully. Someone's taking care of the... Okay. Pry out his bolts. Okay. I'll grab this. Needle and thread. Thank you very much. Open up this. Bam. Alright, there was a locked thing down here. Neither of those were the locked thing.
What's up? Okay.
Well, where was the locked thing?
Done.
Well, that wasn't it. Stop.
I'm gone.
Stop it. Was it these? Did I already open this? Oh, here we go.
Forced it.
Alright. Got money and a couple clock charms. Nice. Let's go ahead and put these into my quick bars. Alright, we do have a few things we can do in here. We need to keep looking for skeleton, what was it, 42? Here we go! The skeleton returns to face you. 42 has been chiseled into his forehead. A number of his bones, mostly the jaws and joints, have been bound with leather straps. A black smock is draped over his body. Examine the skeleton carefully. You're amazed that this rack of bones is still in one piece. Its yellow bones are smeared with plaster. And several layers of foul-smelling glues. What little you can see of the bones reveals hundreds of hairline fractures. Although someone's taken care to bind the skeleton with leather straps and bolts its joints together, the straps are frayed and the bolts look like they're about to fall out. I think this corpse I had the memory about. The sound of your voice, the skeleton suddenly straightens up, crosses his arms over his chest, and his fingers hook into its ribcage. Cross your arms over your chest. In response, the skeleton drops its arm to his sides. The leather cords securing the skeleton's torso snap, and the ribcage folds outward like a pair of double doors. Reach into the cage and feel around. To your surprise, your hand vanishes as you reach into the ribcage. You have a strange feeling it's somewhere else. As you reach inside, the rib... Oh, they turn the skeleton into a gate. That's nice. Your hand bumps against an invisible object, about the size of a fist, and seems to be attached to the skeleton's spine. Take the item out. As you pull the item out, the skeleton suddenly disintegrates, and the iron bolt securing its joints clatter to the floor. Whatever the item was, it seems to have been the only thing holding it together. It looks like an unremarkable lump of iron. You can't imagine why someone would hide inside the ribcage of a skeleton. As you place both your hands on the lump of iron to examine it, there's a hiss, and the metal evaporates, leaving behind a strange dagger, a handful of coins wrapped in a dirty cloth, and 2 bloody teardrops that look like they were inside the lump of iron. Take the items and leave, and then grab... nothing. We're going to try and avoid this dustman. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Run away! Run away! Okay, there is a named dustman here, though, isn't there? No? No? This corpse's slightly misshapen head appears to be held together by a number of narrow metal bolts. Metal bands bolted directly into the skull. A rusting iron plate over the left eye has the number 475 etched into it. Leave that in peace. Leave that in peace. You know what I think I'm going to do? I'm going to run upstairs and open up the last couple... Or there was one locked thing up here, wasn't there? Was there just one? Just one?
Done.
There was a couple of them. Oh, that leads downstairs. Okay. Wasn't there a locked thing here, though? It's locked. Come on. Bash it.
Forced it.
Alright. So we got an ancient copper earring. So I don't necessarily need the task list anymore. Don't think I need the reminder message anymore. Don't necessarily need the rags. But I'm going to keep them. Morte, I don't think need... he can't use the club. He can only use teeth. Think that's going to be worthwhile. Let's go ahead and open this and grab these. Whoops. So the ancient earring closed. Oddly enough, there doesn't appear to be a hook or a means of any actually attaching it to your ear. A series of strange grooves have been carved inside of the earring, however, which might merit a closer examination. The copper earring looks extremely old. It looks like it was meant to be worn, but there doesn't appear to be a hook or any means of actually attaching it to your ear. There's a series of strange grooves on the inside of the earring, however. Insert your fingernail in the notch that matches where the triangle is pointing in the fanged circle you saw on zombie number 79's forehead. You hook your finger into the third groove of the top and press it inwards. As you do, there's a click and the top of the earring snaps open. Not only can you wear the earring now, it also looks like there's a secret compartment inside the earring. Shake the earring, see if anything comes out. Whatever was hidden in the earring is gone now. Okay. So I'll put the earring away. So I can wear it. I don't know that it has anything. But... I mean, that really doesn't do anything, but it could be worth more to a merchant. Can you put something inside it? No. Wrong item type. That tells me something. I don't... Wait. Maybe it... What? Oh no, I need to try and open this. Oh, we got something over here. Got bandages. Don't think I need the cleaning rags. This especially ghastly looking female corpse is missing its ears, nose, and lips. In order to sew her jaw closed, whoever prepared her had to draw the skin especially tight around her mouth. You can still see a line of crooked yellow teeth through the open slit that remains. Number 891 has been carved into the flesh of her brow. Okay. I'm not seeing anything around here. I'm going to open this door while I can. In case because I think you appear here if you die. Let's go downstairs.
All right.
First floor mortuary. This doddering corpse has had its eyes sewn shut as well as its mouth, and the number 732 is carved into its brow. The threadwork that keeps its ocular cavities sealed looks extremely old. You wonder if the eyes were sewn shut before or after the man's death. You notice he is carrying a huge tome in his hands, as if taking it somewhere. Take the tome from his hands carefully. You carefully take the tome from the corpse's hands. It doesn't seem to notice. The tome appears to be a book of enchantments and wards. It is filled with diagrams and charts detailing various aspects of the necromantic arts. The book itself is extremely heavy. As awkward as a zombie is, it must be extremely strong. Examine the corpse again. Alright, leave the corpse in peace. Let's take a look at the book. Tome of Bone and Ash. This worn, leather-bound tome lists diagrams and charts detailing several minor wards and enchantments. There are numerous drawings of skeletons, bones, and the manner in which they must be preserved over time. Of particular interest is the section regarding guardians. Apparently, the dustmen animate corpses of fallen giants to serve as guardians for the mortuary. To make them even deadlier, armoring enchantments are woven into their breastplates to help shield them from attacks. This book is much too complex for you to absorb all at once, but it looks like you could refer to certain sections when the need arises. Okay, good. I'm going to keep that. Alright. Let's circle around here. And I know that I'm coming up on time, but that's fine. Let's try and get as much of this done as we possibly can. Giant skeleton, which I'm not going to interrupt. Oh my god. They're everywhere. Dustman guards. I don't... there's Soigo. Oh no, they're after me. It's not what I wanted to do. Well, there's something over there. What's this? Oh, there's like tombs over here. Okay. Oh, there's a person. What? You see a strikingly beautiful ghostly form before you. Her arms are crossed and her eyes are closed. She has long, flowing hair. Her gown seems stirred by... Whoops. Sorry, I hit the mic. By some ethereal breeze. As you watch, she stirs slightly and her eyes flicker. Greetings?
You. What is it that brings you here? Have you come to see firsthand the misery you have wrought? Perhaps in death I still hold some shred of use for you, my love.
Do I know you? The spirit makes a begging motion with her hands. How can it be that the thieves of the mind continue to steal my name from your memory? Do you not remember me, my love? The ghost stretches out her arms. Think. Her voice becomes desperate again. The name Dianora must evoke some memory within you. I think I feel the stirrings of memory. Tell me more. Perhaps your words shall chase the shadows from my mind, Dianora? Oh, at last the fates show mercy. Even death cannot chase me from your mind, my love. Do you not see? Your memory shall return. Tell me how may I help you, and I shall. Do you know who I am? You are one both blessed and cursed, my love, and you are one who is never far from my thoughts and heart. What do you mean? The nature of your curse should be apparent, my love. Look at you. She points at you. Death rejects you. Your memories have abandoned you. Do you not pause and wonder why? What else can you tell me about myself? I know that you once claimed you loved me, and that you would love me until the death claimed us both. I believe that, never knowing the truth of who you are or what you were. And what am I? You, I cannot... She suddenly freezes, and she speaks slowly, carefully, as if her voice frightens her. The truth is this. You are one who dies many deaths. These deaths have given you the knowing of all things mortal, and in your hand lies the spark of life and death. Those that die near you carry a trace of themselves that you can bring forth. As Dianora speaks the words, a crawling sensation wells up in the back of your skull, and suddenly you feel compelled to look at your hand. As you lift it up and look at it, you can see the blood coursing sluggishly through your arm, pouring into your muscles, and in turn giving strength to your bones.
Updated my journal.
And you know Dianora is right. You suddenly remember how to coax the dimmest spark of life from a body and bring it forth. The thought both horrifies you and intrigues you. So you've remembered how to raise others from the dead. Nice. I had other questions. Can you tell me where I am? Where are you? Why, you are here with me, my love, as in the times when life was something both of us shared. Now it is the eternal boundary that separates us. Dianora sounds saddened. It's a barrier I fear you should never cross, my love. It is a barrier between your life and the remains of mine. Perhaps you can answer some other questions. I need to escape this place. Can you help me? As you're about to ask Dianora the question, it catches in your throat. It occurs to you that if you tell her you are looking for an escape, she may feel you're abandoning her. If you're going to ask her how to leave, you must be delicate about it. I'm in danger. Can you guide me to a place of safety? I shall return as soon as I can to speak with you again. In danger? Dianora looks concerned. Of course, my love. I'll aid you any way I can. She closes her eyes for a moment, and you watch as an ethereal zephyr passes through her body, stirring her hair. After a moment, the zephyr dies, and her eyes open slowly again. Perhaps there is a way. I sense that this place holds many doors shrouded from more lives. Perhaps you can use one of these portals as a means of escape. Portals are holes in existence, leading to destinations in the inner and outer planes. If you can find the proper key, you can escape through one of them. Dianora pauses for a moment, as if attempting to remember. Portals will reveal themselves when you have the proper key. Unfortunately, these keys can be almost anything. An emotion, a piece of wood, a dagger of silvered glass, a scrap of cloth, a tune you hum to yourself. I fear that the dustmen are the only ones who would know the keys you would use to leave these halls, my love. Okay, then I shall ask one of them. Farewell. Hold on a moment. I have learned much when I traveled with you, my love, and what you have lost I have retained. I have not divulged all that I know to you. My sight is clear. While you fumble around in the darkness for a spark of a thought. And what is it that your sight sees that I do not? That time itself relaxes its hold as the chill of oblivion slowly claims us, my love. Glimpses of things yet to come swim across my vision. I see you, my love. I see you as you are now, and why are you suddenly silent? What is it? What do you see? I see what lies ahead for you. It ripples through the plains, stemming outward from this point. Shall I speak of what I see? Tell me. First, I require a promise. Promise that you will return, that you will find some means to save me or join me. I will make no such... hold on. I will do what I can. Dianora stiffens. She looks as if she's about to say something, then sighs in defeat. Very well, my love. As before, I shall have to place my trust in you. She closes her eyes.
This is what my eyes see, my love. Unfettered by the shackles of time. You shall meet enemies 3, but none more dangerous than yourself in your full glory. They are shades of evil, of good, and of neutrality, given life and twisted by the laws of the planes. You shall come to a prison built of regrets and sorrow, where the shadows themselves have gone mad. There you will be asked to make a terrible sacrifice, my love. For the matter to be laid to rest, you must destroy that which keeps you alive, and be immortal no longer.
Destroy what keeps me alive.
I know that you must die, while you still can. The circle must come to a close, my love. You were not meant for this life. You must find that which was taken from you and travel beyond, into the lands of the dead.
And while I still can.
Updated my journal.
I do not doubt your ability to rise from the dead. I do believe that every incarnation weakens your thoughts and memories. You claim you have lost your memory. Perhaps it is a side effect of countless deaths. If so, what more will you lose in successive deaths? If you lose your mind, you will not even know enough to realize that you cannot die. You shall truly be doomed. How long has this been going on? I do not truly know, except that it has gone on long enough. All right, farewell.
I shall wait for you in death's halls, my love.
She smiles, but there is only sadness in it. She closes her eyes, and with an ethereal whisper, she fades. You back with me, Chief? You kind of drifted off out there. No, I'm fine. Did you know who that spirit was? Spirit? The spectre I was talking to. The woman. You were rattling your bone box with some woman? Where? Morty looks around excited. What did she look like? She was right on top of the bier. Didn't you see her? No, you just kind of drifted out for a bit there and stood there, statue-like. I was a little worried you'd gone addled on me again. No, I'm fine, I think. Let's move on.
I feel stronger.
So I got a level up. Nice. Not going to use it right now. Oh, we got our exit portal. I am going to take the moment to look around just to make sure I'm not losing anything. Okay. You there, Hold? Got a dustman? No, you know what? Maybe I should just leave. I want to see what's over here, actually. The hell is up here? Crescent hatchet. Yeah, I'll grab that. A weapon. Let's get the hell out of this. Oh, crap. Thing is trying to hunt me down. You can tell when this game was originally made just by the resolution of the cutscenes. And here I am, and on that note, I'm going to wrap it up here. So far, so good. Got out of the Mortuary and into wherever the hell this is. For now, it's been the RPG Crawler with Planescape Torment. If you like what you're seeing, remember to leave a like, comment, guide, feedback, and subscribe for more RPG content. Until next time, take care and goodbye. And if you are still watching, I would like to take the opportunity to thank my supporters, the top tiers of which are listed on the screen, without whose support I would not have been able to offer the variety of content that I have on this channel throughout the years. If you're feeling particularly generous and would like to join them, you can support the channel. There are a variety of options to do so. I have a Patreon, a Subscribe Star, as well as channel memberships enabled. If you are not in a position to contribute, simply leaving a like, a comment, or sharing my videos are all wonderful ways to help the channel grow without spending a dime, and are all greatly appreciated.